Sagittarius, hi, welcome to this channel. This is your monthly reading for October. Thank you for being here. I hope you are doing well. Let's see what's coming through for you. You can use this for your sun, moon, and rising sign. If you want to book a personal reading, my email is in the description box below. Send me an email to schedule a reading. And if you like what you see here, do remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you. All right, so in October, we will be in the energy of Wheel of Fortune and Magician because October 2025 adds to number 10, which is Wheel of Fortune's energy, and number 10 adds to number 1, which is the Magician. So, Wheel of Fortune reminds us that change is the only constant, right? So, nothing remains the same forever. Our life, season, the whole world, the universe, everything is going through a change and transformation. So by that, what I mean is, when it comes to our own life, um, things are always changing, shifting, evolving, growing, so if we are at a lowest point in our life, the energy reminds us to keep the faith, because this too shall pass. And if we are um, at the peaks, then it reminds us to be more humble because again, things can change tomorrow, right? So it reminds us to walk gently, speak softly, and trust ourselves, and keep the faith and keep moving forward in our life, holding on to our values, our principles, our integrity, truthfulness, love, things like that. Because Wheel of Fortune also is about the chaotic nature of life, and it reminds us not to lose ourselves in the chaos. Instead, that is the time when we want to stay more centered, because we can easily get carried away when things get chaotic. Out of fear and control, we can get carried away, and so that is something we want to be mindful of. It reminds us these are the times when we want to stay more centered and calm, so we don't lose ourselves. We still want to hold on to our truthfulness, integrity, and our values, and make choices and decisions from that place. So that's what the Wheel of Fortune's energy is all about. On the other hand, Magician is about single minded focus. Magician is all about believing in ourselves and knowing that whatever it is that we want to do, we can do it. It's just that we have to um, um, put all our energy and attention towards our goals. When we do that, uh, then it will be possible for us to accomplish whatever it is, our desires, our dreams, our goals. So, and Magician reminds us whatever it is that we have, what it takes. Magician energy has to do with all the elements: fire, air, earth, and water. And it reminds us of the support, the resources, the spiritual awareness, the skills, the talents, gifts, and abilities that we already possess, in order for us to move forward and accomplish our goals. So if we can imagine it, if we can dream it, we can have it. So that's what Magician's energy is about. So yeah, amazing. It's going to be a great month. Now let's see uh, how that's playing out in your life. So this is a Celtic cross. I will show you the cards, okay? So for the center of the reading, you have King of Wands, which is you. That's amazing. Crossed by Four of Pentacles. And subconscious, you have Chariot. For the past, you have Six of Wands. For the, very nice, Ten of Cups, conscious position, ego position. And immediate future, you have Six of Cups. And the advice card for the month, Fool. Okay, new beginnings. And environment, you have Six of Swords. And opportunities, High Priestess. And Final outcome card, Knight of Wands. Again, your energy. And Three of Pentacles. Amazing. Three of Pentacles indicates a period of collaborative effort. So, this is where you are working with others in order to accomplish your goals, your dreams. So, for some of you, it could be different areas of your life. It could be that it could be relationships. Like, for instance, if you want to meet someone, and or in even in existing relationships, this is where you guys are working together. Or it could be uh, you meeting someone through friendships, things like that, when you are attending an event or something. So other people are involved is what I am saying. For some, it could be your career. You are coming across a new opportunity. See, Fool is here. This is your advice card for the month, and the advice here is to take a leap of faith. Go for it, whatever it is that you want to do, and trust yourself, keep the faith. So yeah, a new opportunity where you are rising up, Sagis. So, and Chariot is in the subconscious. This has to do with victory, a new opportunity, leveling up, rising to the next level. And for some, it also has to do with home. If you are looking for if you are making in some changes at home, this is where you will find the right people. You are not trying to do everything by yourself. Instead, you are working with others and using their expertise. So for instance, it could be an agent that you are a realtor that you are working with, or it could be like if you are want to make some changes at home, it could be that you are meeting the help and support is there. Okay. So, or it could, for some of you guys, it could be you moving into a new home, celebration, happy times is what I'm seeing here. So, yes, so amazing. Three of Pentacles also has to do with guidance. So, this tells me that you are guided. Pay attention to your intuition. If there is something you want to do, like um, if it feels right, then go for it. If it feels like something is not right, then don't go there. So, trust your guts, trust your instincts, your intuition. Okay. And, like, for instance, if it feels like, oh, I need to call this person, go for it. Don't overthink it. Just pick up the phone and call, you know. Or if it feels like, oh, I really want to explore that part of the city, don't think about it. Just go, is what I want to say. Maybe, yeah, so just be aware of these thoughts, the feelings that you are coming across. Maybe there is a reason, and maybe it will lead to something else, so trust yourself. Okay, on the other hand, um, okay, let's talk about the advice card. Fool is your advice card for the month. So, with the Fool, the card is reminding you there is a brand new beginning. You are ending a cycle and you are stepping into something new, and you are going into it without any preconceived notions, with faith, with confidence, and expecting only the best, so this is where you are trusting your heart and knowing that everything is going to be okay. You are looking at the brighter side of life. um, and that's what we want. That excitement, that enthusiasm is what we want. On the other hand, it's also about, I won't say planning, preparation, and anything like yes, some amount of, like, depending upon what is it that you are trying to do, some plans may help, preparing yourself may help. So if you come across any challenges, you know how to handle them, so for some of you guys, again, it could be that you are investing in a new home or something, or it could be that you are starting a new relationship. It could be a new career path for some of you. So whatever the case is, um, yeah, nothing can hold you back is what I am getting. So you are unstoppable, Sagittarius. So go for it. And subconscious, you have Chariot. And this is where what I'm seeing is you are weighing your pros and cons. There are certain things that you want to do, but uh, the so this is where you are creating some kind of balance between your mind and the heart. So the practical aspects of things and what you truly want to do. There is a balance. So that means you are in charge of this situation. This is victory over the mind and the heart. you know so you are not getting distracted, you are not letting your mind or your heart pull you in different directions. This tells me that you are clear about things, you know what you want, and then you are going for it. But on the other hand, it could also be that you are stopping to reconsider things, what your options are. And so things like that. Pause, reflection is what I'm seeing here. But this is your advice card, and it's reminding you, don't spend a lot of time um, contemplating. But sometimes there comes a time when we just have to take that next step. Even if it's not even, despite, it's all about moving forward despite fear, and the uncertainty and everything will always be there. But we will only be able to make progress uh, if we take that first step. Through trial and error, you will accomplish your goals, you will get what you want. Yeah, but on the other hand, with the chariot, what I want to say is, do not get distracted, stay focused on your goal, which is the magician's energy. Um, so yes, so know very clearly in your mind what you want, and then aim for it, Sagittarius. Your sign in astrology is represented by the bow and arrow. It's about being clear about your target and then aiming for it. And that's what the chariot is reminding you to do. All right. So in the past, you have Six of Wands. This is where you are again considering things. So it feels like, you are either coming across some setbacks. Maybe you are, like, for instance, you are going somewhere and you came across a big traffic jam or something, and you might have to then take a detour. But then maybe you will find something amazing there. Maybe, so that is also happening for a reason. So know that roadblocks are also there for a reason, and that is also an opportunity for you to learn something new, understand a situation in a better way. But then that doesn't mean stop. It means, yeah, pause if you need to get a clear understanding of what the situation is, but keep moving forward. On the other hand, with chariot, it feels like it may also have something to do with people in your life. So it could be that, yes, like I told you, this is a collaborative, like you're collaborating with someone, like it could be a group of people on a project, something that you are trying to do. It's like it's a group effort. However, it could be that different personalities is what I'm seeing, but you got this. So amazing. It's all about being in charge of yourself. So this is in the subconscious, Sajis. So it has to do with more than the environment, more than what's happening outside. This has to do with internal, um, you know, self control. Meaning, it could be that you are coming across conflicting thoughts in your own mind, but this is where you are winning. In because you are aware of what's going on, but you are in control. You are not letting it affect you. You are not letting it take you in places that you don't want to go. So yeah, victory over senses, self control, being in charge. Being in charge and taking responsibility for your own life. So, King of Wands is in the center of the reading. This has to do with taking initiative, and taking responsibility for your life, and then doing whatever it is that you need to do. So, you are not waiting for someone to come and help you with things or anything like that. However, uh, that is what's maybe when it comes to certain things, that's what's needed. However, this is where you are taking the lead, meaning, um, so when it comes to whatever it is that you want to do, this is where you are making a decision and you are taking responsibility, and you know clearly what you want, and then you are getting your team together. Meaning, it could be outsourcing, it could be hiring, it could be finding that handyman, or it could be finding a realtor, things like that. So, and the energy is also reminding you, if there is something you need help with, ask. So it could be your friends, family, it could be the groups you belong to, your community, and you might come across some new ideas. Okay, so yeah, working with others will make things much, much easier for you. However, you want to lead, you want to be the top person. so so yeah, that is important. Yeah, that's what's happening here in this month. Taking the lead, Sajis, taking initiative. So it could also be other things in your life. For instance, it could be when it comes to career, it could be career advancement for some of you guys. Like, yeah. On the other hand, in relationships, it could be you taking initiative. Like, for instance, if you are looking for love, then this is about you connecting with the person. So you are taking the lead, you are taking the initiative and reaching out to the person. On the other hand, it could also be health related. If there is something like whatever it is that's important for you, this is where you are doing something about it. On the other hand, King of Wands could also be another fire sign you are dealing with, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Or it could be like a parent figure, authority figures, or a mentor, someone you are learning from. Or it could be your energy, Sages, you being a source of inspiration for others. So King of Wands is inspiration, and High Priestess is also your intuition. So if you are into, this is a card of spirituality, both these cards, guidance and spirituality. So if you are into spirituality, like for instance, if you are a healer, a teacher, then this is where you are, um, either you are deepening your own knowledge by taking a class, learning from someone, joining groups, or for some of you guys, it could be you taking the role of a mentor, and it could be you conducting, organizing workshops, webinars, actually um, teaching a group of people. For some of you, it could be healing. Yeah, sharing what you know with others, sharing your experiences and what you know with others. So it could be immediate friends, family members, your community, or it could be through a social media platform like YouTube or Instagram or things like that. So yeah, speaking, writing, sharing is what this energy is. And you are actually doing that from a place of peace and happiness. It's not like you are struggling with anything, and that's beautiful. the, what I want to say is you are ready, Suggest whatever it is that you want to do, you are ready. The reason why is because this is heart-centered energy. This is um, inspiration is in spirit, so whatever it is that you are doing, it's coming from a good place. And so by that, what I mean is, when that happens, it will be helpful for you, and it will also be helpful for others. Okay, because you are not struggling to make anything perfect, you are not struggling to make something happen. So this is genuine, honest expression of your creativity, your, like, whatever it is that you are passionate about. Okay, and Four of Pentacles is also here. With King of Wands, one thing that I want you to that you want to be mindful of is, if you come across any like criticism, negative feedbacks, or someone's judgments, do not let it affect you personally. Let it go. I mean, it's all about, again, thinking practically and asking yourself, okay, if you can use that information to make improvements. If not, then let it go. Maybe yeah, you don't want to put a lot of energy there. Instead, yeah, use it or toss it, is what I want to say. Four of Pentacles. So Four of Pentacles is a card of holding back, and your advice here is to take a leap of faith. So this is opposite energy, and that's exactly the reason why this card came through for your advice position. Because like I said, you are ready, Sagittarius, and whatever it is that you want to do not overthink it. If it feels right, then go for it. But this is where you are holding back. So for instance, it can play out in different ways. So for instance, if you are looking for love, so what I'm seeing is 10 of cups here and 6 of cups. So for some of you guys, it could be um, either romantic love, or it could be um, your family, friendships, things like that. So let's say, instead of, yeah, so let's say love in its purest form, right? So this is where either you are not fully there, you are not giving your 100% there, you are not opening up, you are holding back, and you are not sharing how you are feeling about things. And know where this is coming from. It could be that maybe something happened in the past and now you are holding back. So it also has to do with your beliefs. So it could be, so maybe if it's the same person, then understandable. But if it's a different person you are meeting, but you are still holding on to old wounds, then it won't be possible for you to open up to this new person, and this relationship won't go anywhere. So that that would mean you coming from a place of fear, and when we come from that place of fear, we create more fear, and things won't go smoothly. So that is something to be mindful of. um, yeah, but I have no advice for you. It depends upon the situation, but I'm just making you aware of what's going on here. On the other hand, yeah, heart. um, but then what I'm seeing is 10 of cups. 10 of cups is peace. So you know what, so for some of you guys, it could be that you are okay by yourself and you don't want to ruin it by inviting another other people or another person into your life. So this is peace and harmony, and you don't have like space for others. That could be one of the reasons. Or for some of you guys, it could also be like trust issues coming up. It may have something to do with what happened long time ago. This sees memories. Okay, so for some, it could be childhood memories, beliefs that you picked up long time ago in, or some current experiences. So just be aware of what's going on energetically within you, and if you are fully open to new experiences, and if not, then why, and if there is something you need to do to change things up, so you can be fully open to the opportunities of the present moment. On the other hand, for some, it could also be you not feeling well. So it could be uh, congestion, inflammation, allergy, something like that, headaches. And yeah, so taking care of yourself is important. Yeah, this is where, Sagittarius, you are doing something physically strenuous. And for some of you guys, it could also be, again, something to do with your lower body, like your legs. And maybe that's the reason why this is happening. So going into the month of October, just know how you are feeling, like what's happening in the body and what you are doing, how much you are doing. So finding some kind of balance is important so you don't make yourself sick. Okay. Okay, what's happening in your financial department in the area of your finance? Because I don't see any other cards. Um, I have only this and then three of pentacles. So it looks like there is a new opportunity coming up. You may not be aware of it because this is on the back of the deck. So if this is how you are what you are coming across this month, this is where you are frugal. You know, you are holding tightly on to what you have, like you have like a strict budget and you want to stick to it, you don't want to go over it or something like that. um, but then there is a new opportunity coming up, but then it's all, I'm not asking you to go splurge. It has to do with finding that balance and yeah, staying in a budget but not um, but being aware of like where you are spending your money and what the needs are, if it's really needed and things like that. But when it comes to old past hurts, past wounds, just be aware if this is something that you want to let go of, because that creates beliefs, and then uh, those beliefs, if they are not helpful for us, then it also creates our life, our experiences. So just be aware of that. Okay, and then let's see here. But this is where you are feeling protective towards someone or something. It could be something that you are working on, Sajis, which is with and something that you are really passionate about, a project, or it could be people in your life. Yeah. So it family. So looks like some of you guys are moving, changing homes, or it could be some changes happening in the area of your home. Maybe someone is visiting, you are visiting someone. Looks like you guys are, some of you guys are taking up a new spiritual practice. It could be forming, it could be joining new groups, joining a new group, or learning a new healing modality. Or it for some, it could also be you consulting someone. So it could be a healer, it could be a teacher you are coming across, or it could be an astrologer, someone like that. But this again, this could also be your energy. So high priestess here has to do with duality, coming across different kinds of experiences, and that's what chariot is also about. um, but then this is where you are in the middle, like you are finding that middle ground, and you are not completely focusing on what's lacking, what's missing, and you are not getting carried away by the pleasures of everyday life, but you are finding that right balance. On the other hand, it could be other things like different kinds of experiences. Some experiences may be pleasant, some may not be pleasant, but you are aware of what's happening, and that is actually helping you stay more centered and calm and not get carried away in these in these energies. You might also come across, this is shadow work. So you might also come across something within you that maybe you want to work on, or it could be you are seeing that in the people you are coming across, the good, the bad, the ugly, the best part and the other part. Or it could also be situations you are coming across. So duality is what I'm seeing. But but it's not like you are doing anything about it. This is acceptance, and you are that is actually helping you go inward and look at understand yourself as well. So maybe you are just noticing certain things, and that is actually helping you. Instead of judging what you are doing, is that is actually helping you see yourself in a new light. you know um, so that is actually helping you understand yourself better. So it's acting as a mirror, as if you are looking at yourself you know so yes, that's amazing. But what I'm seeing here with high priestess is waiting. um, but then the advice is the fool card. Okay, so know what is it that you are waiting for. Is there something you need to do, something that needs your attention, and what is holding you back, and that is important to know. Okay, at some point you have to move. At some point you have to take that next step. Yeah, again, something is holding you back here. So it could be, again, trust issues. For some, it could be fear. It could be fear of uncertainty, fear of losing something, fear of losing someone. And it could be that you don't want to feel vulnerable. Yeah, so know what these fears are, what is holding you back. Okay, environment, you have Six of Swords. Six of Swords is where you are moving. However, know what is driving you though. Because environment, when it comes to your environment, wherever you are, things may feel like a little bit exhausting, a little bit dragging. It may have something to do with thoughts, that conversations you are carrying with yourself. And Four of Pentacles, it totally makes sense because you have this too. And then King of Wands is um, yeah, a little bit. If something is not going the way you had expected, if uh, if something is not going the way you um, as per your expectations, then you may feel this way. So a little bit exhaustion is what I want to say. But also remember what's going on in the mind. Yes, that is the energy, but we don't want to let this energy take over. So just be aware of what's going on in the headspace, what kind of thoughts you are entertaining, and how it's affecting your body. And if you are feeling a little bit closed out, uh, maybe there is a valid reason, you know. But then it's about awareness. Yeah, do whatever it is that you want to do, but at the same time, you also want to be aware of what's going on. It's all about understanding yourself better. Contrast is important. This is contrast, light and the dark, meaning the opposites, the duality. It helps us understand what is it that we truly want to experience. What are our desires when it comes to our life, when it comes to our relationships, when it comes to the people we want to hang out with, what kind of work we want to do, what makes us happy, what brings us a sense of fulfillment and joy, right? Uh, so yeah, so take it as a learning opportunity, and an opportunity for you to understand yourself better. What is it that you truly want? So yeah, that will be helpful. So it's all about using that experience in a constructive way. But with this, it feels like you are moving towards calmer shores. You are moving towards something better. like like I said, you may not be aware of it because this is on the back of the deck, and this is again guidance, you being guided in the right direction. So this situation is actually helping you move in the right direction, and you may not see it now, and that's the reason why things are a little bit dragging and exhausting. But keep the faith and keep going forward, okay? Because you are reaching the finish line. You will reach the finish line. Final outcome card is Knight of Wands, and this has to do with intensity. So intensity and passion. So by the end of the month you will know what you want, and so this is where you are going for it. Very fiery, very passionate. Yes. So what I'm seeing is movement, fast movement, and you are moving in the right direction. You know why? Because this is the next card. This is how the cards showed up. So you are, yeah, like I said, you are moving towards a period of um, calm and peace and harmony. Travel is coming through for some of you guys, and yes, you are also connecting with someone here. And there is a great opportunity coming for you if you want to, you know, um, teach, or if you want to, um, what do you call, um, yeah, teach or conduct a webinar or workshops or anything like that. That opportunity is there. Okay, now let's see what's coming through on the oracle cards. And if that is something you want to do, Sagittarius, plan the basics. Just be aware of, this is where you are going into it without a plan, um, but this is where you are trusting yourself that everything is going to be okay. um, but a little bit planning may help. Just the basics at least. So doing the groundwork is important. Spirit, please give us a message for Sagittarius. What do we need to know? What do we need to be aware of? Sagittarius. Looks like you are going through a transition. For some, it could be relationships, it could be career, it could be that you are changing homes. So what I'm seeing is things may seem like up in the air, and maybe you don't have that clarity what's going to happen. Uncertainty, so however, if that is the case, there is nothing you have to do, but just be aware, okay, this is what I am coming across. There is uncertainty, but do not take any decisions out of fear, because our mind doesn't like uncertainty, so, and when it comes across some situations, what happens is we make fear based choices and decisions because our mind wants to be in control. We want to be in control. When it feels like things are going out of control, then we make some fear based decisions in order to feel that sense of control. So it could be that for some of you guys. So just be aware of control issues. It could be, again, if things are going the way you had expected, maybe you will do something, you will say something, and maybe that won't go well. So just be aware where what choices you are making and what kind of decisions you are making. So be aware of fear-based choices and decisions. That doesn't have to be true for everybody. But I'm just saying, because that is our human tendency, when things are uncertain, then we just grab on to something for in order to feel that sense of control and certainty, and that doesn't always go well. All right, so Sagis, your message is, your message for October: polite declaration. Okay, what does that mean? Yeah, some communication is happening here with Knight of Wands. So for some, it could also be a little bit passionate energy, like it could be frustration, anger, you setting boundaries. Okay, let me read this out to you. Number 19. Okay. By the way, Chariot is ruled by Cancer, and this is Cancer energy coming through. It could be that Cancer is in your chart, or maybe someone in your life. Um, yeah, crab. In astrology, Cancer is represented by the crab, and this is ruled by Cancer. Actually, High Priestess is also ruled by Cancer. Polite declaration: you can move in whatever direction you need to accomplish your goals. It's time for you to get out there, claim what is yours, and stay in your power. Assert yourself, be bold, and look after yourself. Be confident. Assert yourself, uh, be bold, and look after yourself. Be confident when expressing your needs and desires. Otherwise, you will not get your way. You need to have faith in yourself and fundamentally know who you are and what you stand for. When you champion yourself, it's important that you communicate your positive and negative feelings in a respectful manner. It's essential to speak your needs but not leave the other person feeling diminished or fearful. Make sure you are clear about what your needs or wants are in this exchange. Your needs, wants, and goals are no less valid than those of others. Reflect on how you address communication. Have you been putting your needs second, trying to please someone else? Assert yourself, raise your voice, and enhance the respect in your relationships. Crabs can move in all directions, backwards, forwards, and sideways. This animal will help you choose the action best for the moment. Sometimes lateral movement is better than no movement. Trust the direction you are guided to take. Try something different. It's important to be balanced and continue to move as you progress to your next phase. Yes, this is something I told you in the beginning itself. This is where that's the advice card for the month. This is asking you to take a leap of faith and go for whatever it is that you want to do, Sajis. Take the lead, be confident, be brave, take some calculated risk and go for it. Take things in your own hands, take the lead, you know. And this is where I'm not seeing that. This is where you are stopping to pause, because this is conflicting thoughts in your own mind. So it could also be fear based thinking. Okay, what's going to happen, uncertainty of the future. Like, you know what the thing is, nobody knows what's going to happen in future. So instead of expecting the worst, how about expecting the best? Maybe things will go better than you had imagined. So it's all about trusting ourselves. And yeah, and then going for it. None of us knows what's going to happen, but we still have to make decisions. And it's all about asking ourselves, okay, what is it that I truly truly want to experience? And then go for it. And if something doesn't go well, that's okay too, because it's all about taking our experiences as an opportunity for growth, right? So we learn something from it. So that's what this energy is. So don't wait for things to be perfect. Don't wait for that perfect moment. Don't let fear hold you back. Instead, listen to your heart and do whatever it is that you want to do. And this is also where you are coming across some, like, it could be emotional exhaustion, or again fear based thinking. uh, Old fears may also come up, Sagis. It could be like something that you picked up long long time ago, but know what these fears are. But the energy is reminding you to move forward despite fears. That's what courage is all about, and you are a brave person. All right, and what else? Yes, and it's also asking you to assert yourself. uh, so it's all about, something to do with communication here. And this is where you are not sharing, Sajis. You are holding back. No, why? um, so it's all about, yeah, it's all about asking for being your own person, and communicating your wants and needs. If you are keeping it to yourself, then nobody will know. So it's all about clear communication, because people cannot read our minds, right? Yeah, clear. But then it's not about conflict, it's not about confrontation, it's about um, communicating your expectations, your needs in a, yeah, uh, in a clear way. That was a long pause. All right, and saying also, what I want to say is, if there is something you don't want to do, say so. You don't have to do things out of obligation. uh, so it's important to express yourself in an honest way. That is important, and other people also will also appreciate it. Otherwise what happens, like, if there is something we don't want to do and we still do it because we want to be helpful, we want to be there for others, those things are like noble thoughts. But then when you are tired and when you have things to do, but if you are still um, putting other people's needs on top of your list, that will only lead to resentments and anger, and it doesn't help anybody. It ruins relationships later on, and it also affects you. So, and it also leads to other diseases. So we want to keep our heart clean, and not malign it with resentments and anger and frustrations and things like that. So clear communication is important this month. So, Sajis, that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Do remember to watch the moon and the rising sign as well. And if you like what you see here, if these messages resonated, support the channel, please. Thank you so much, and help me grow this channel. Thank you. And what else? I hope you have a magical month ahead, and please take good care of yourself. I will see you in the next reading.